What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about men, their intentions with texting, okay? So, before I even get into this, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I love you forever. We'll be touching on a lot of things like this. Also, if you're wanting to dive really deep into detail from what he's thinking to what the text in every situation pretty much that exists with a guy, I have a texting guide below that's coming out very soon. So if you want to check out that, again, check that out. It's just below. It tells you every single thing you need to know about texting, the meta game inside each other's heads, all that kind of stuff. But I want to touch on something briefly here because I think it's really important. When a guy is texting you, he goes through the same motions, and a lot of women don't think this, but they go through a lot of the same motions that women go through. They play the game. They don't, or they play the mind game just like a lot of women do. Women don't think they do, but they do. If you're looking out for yourself, that's a mind game, okay? A lot of guys also want to be very weary of giving up power to a woman, so they are going to text certain things and they're going to be certain ways, which again, I'm not saying this, I know women in the comments are going to say this is complicated, it shouldn't be like this, it shouldn't be like that, blah, blah, blah. I hear it all the time, which is great. Sorry, there's a guy over there staring at me. Which is, I agree with you, right? It shouldn't be so complicated, but at the same time, you can't help it when you like someone or you feel like you're losing someone, well, then you got to act a certain way. So, I mean, that's just that. But here's the thing with a lot of guys. A lot of guys, they're going to use texting maybe a little differently than women. A lot of guys, when they, or a lot of women, sorry. I'll say a lot of women when they're texting guys, in the beginning, they're doing it more because they're super interested in the guy. They want to get to know him more, build rapport, things like that, like communication things. Guys do it more to set hooks into you, if that makes sense. Like he's texting you to see how you text back, how fast you text back, the frequency, the length of your text. He gauges your interest with text. That's why I tell women a lot of the time, texting too much in the beginning is not the best idea because I feel like, one, you might be coming off too strong. Two, the communication is not that great through text. That's why we put ha 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 and LOL and JK and all that kind of stuff. Sarcasm. If you're a sarcastic woman, texting is not your forte, okay? But more importantly, I think it's better to cut back the texting just so you don't make the mistakes that you're eventually going to make in texting. A lot of women don't understand. Again, people don't. I have so many clients who come to me who say, oh, they don't text a lot, they don't do this, they don't do that. Oh, I don't do the things you say in my video. Yeah, I'm talking to them and they're still making texting mistakes, right? I don't know who's texting like this, but you know what I mean? Like they're on their phones and they're still making the texting mistakes. You're always going to make mistakes because texting is very casual. It's very nonchalant. And you go through emotions throughout I'm not talking about emotions with him, just the motions. It's not emotions, the motions throughout the day. Stressed, tired, boring, blah, something else is catching your mind. So you're trying to double or multitask. And sometimes something might slip or you might say the wrong thing. So I always tell women the best thing with texting is to keep it minimal, have a goal or, with the text, send quality text, and then, try to get the date, which I explain all in the texting guide, how to build, up to the date. But, like I was going to say, a lot of guys, though, they text to gauge your interest. And if you're a woman who's texting because you're interested or you're trying to build communication, you're going to reach out a lot. And he's going to take that as, you're very interested in me. I'm gauging your text. So now I'm going to play. Now I'm going to step back a little and get you to want some more. Okay. Like he knows what he's doing. Okay. So I always tell women when a guy's texting, he has intentions behind it. Yeah, he's interested in you, but he's gauging your text. He's trying to find out pros and cons, red flags, again, because if you text a lot, some signs say you're really interested. But depending on the context you give them, what you say, how you are, the first impression, it might come off that you're needy. But you don't know that because that's for him to say. And that's for you to find out the hard way sometimes. So that's why I always tell women, cut back the texting. Don't play hard to get. Don't push him away. Just again, I talk about time constraints and setups and all that kind of stuff in the texting guide below. But you have to know what to say, when to say it, and all that kind of stuff. And again, I know it seems so much like a game, but I mean, sometimes that's just what's going on. And if you're sending him something out of interest, right? Like you're interested in him and you want to get to know him more, yet you don't know where his intentions are, he might not show you the same response. Number one, he might be like, oh, well, I'm going to casually text her because I want a casual relationship. Well, then you're kind of screwed. Or secondly, like I said, maybe you're just sending a lot of text to him because you're interested, but the context, maybe how you came off previously or first impression or the first date, you came off very eager, like you wanted a relationship, or you started talking about how you were looking for this, that. And when you start sending all those texts, it's not coming off that you're interested. It's coming off that you're like, hey, I'm trying to get a relationship out of you, and it freaks them out. So it's not so much about what you want, it's about what he wants and how he's taking it all in, okay? So with that being said, again, guys, just to wrap this up, guys text you to gauge your interest, kind of feel around, see where what's happening. Again, they'll look for your red flags, the pros and cons of dating you, the benefits, how you're coming off, the context. They'll check out your your frequency of text, how fast you text back, your replies, or the length of your replies, all that kind of stuff, which gives him, again, more context to see what he wants to do with you. So be very wary when you do it, okay? So with that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out my value guide below and my texting guide, again, down in the description. Also, if you want a session with me, I love you. Take care and peace.